Welcome back to the Athletic Avengers podcast, your home for combat sports with that extra spice. Today we're breaking down the chaos of Ring 3 from Louis Armstrong Stadium in Queens, New York on July 12, 2025. We've got live results, round-by-round updates from the notable fights last night, and a hot take on whether Shakur Stevenson is the best in the game right now. Plus, my thoughts on the state of boxing. Let's dive in! First up, the main event, Edgar Berlanga versus Sheeraz in a 12-round super middleweight WBC title eliminator. Berlanga, the hometown hero at 23-1 with 18 costs, was fresh off a first-round KO of Jonathan Gonzalez-Ortiz. Sheeraz, the undefeated Brit at 21,0,1 with 17 KOs, moved up to super middleweight after a draw with Carlos Adames. This was supposed to be a war, but it ended quicker than a New York minute. Round 1, Berlanga came out aggressive, landing jabs to set the pace, while Sheeraz used his reach to keep things technical. Close round, but Edgar's energy gave him the edge. The Queen's crowd was eating it up, rounds 2 to 3. Sheeraz flipped the script, using his jab like a laser and outsmarting Berlanga with slick footwork. Edgar's punches were hitting air or Sheeraz's gloves. Commentators got called out on X for hyping Berlanga's power when he was barely connecting. Round 4, disaster for Berlanga. Sheeraz dropped him twice with nasty combinations, first a flurry that had Edgar stumbling, then a follow-up that sent him to the canvas. The bell saved him, but he was cooked. Round 5, 17 seconds in, Sheeraz landed a straight right and left hook combo, dropping Berlanga to a knee. Referee David Fields waved it off. Sheeraz gets the 5th round KO and a shot at Canelo's WBC title in 2026. Absolute domination. Yo, Edgar, you said you were bringing that Boricay WA power to Flushing Meadows, but all you brought was a ticket to Snoozeville. Sheeraz had you looking like you were auditioning for a role as a punching bag. You went from 16 first-round costs to knocked out in 5 real quick. And that ring walk with Fat Joe? Bruh, even lean back, couldn't dodge those Sheeraz bombs. You survived Canelo, but Sheeraz sent you to the Shadow Realm. Maybe stick to sparring with TikTok filters next time, champ. That's 2 losses in a row for the chosen, one more like the frozen one. Edgar, you're cooked now. You made your money, my guy. Now it's time to take a break. Now, the co-main event, Stevenson's defending his WBC lightweight title against William Zepeda. Shakur, 23-0 with 11 costs, faced Zepeda, 33-0 with 27 costs, a pressure fighter with crazy output. This was brains versus brawn, and Shakur showed why he might just be the best in boxing right now. Zepeda threw nearly 400 punches by round 4, landing 93, pinning Shakur on the ropes. But Stevenson's defense was surgical, slipping shots and landing crisp counters. Shakur's jab kept him in it, even if Zepeda's volume was wild. Shakur took over. By round 6, he was landing hard combos, making Zepeda miss and pay. Round 8 was a dogfight, but Stevenson's cleaner shots and ring control stood out. The crowd was buzzing for his slickness. Stevenson closed like a champ, dodging Zepeda's bombs in round 11 and unloading combinations in round 12. Unanimous decision, 118-10, 118-110, 119-109. Shakur keeps his belt and still remains undefeated, so is Shakur Stevenson the best in boxing? Pound for pound, he's got to be top 3, maybe even number 1. His defense game is like watching a video game character with cheat codes. Nobody touches him. Against Zepeda, he neutralized a guy who throws punches like they're going out of style, landing cleaner shots and controlling the fights. You gotta respect Shakur because he actually fought and didn't run this time, which he's been criticized for. The ring walks were straight fire. Berlanga rolled in with Fat Joe, hyping the New York crowd, but it didn't help him against Sheeraz. Stevenson and Zepeda kept it low-key, all business. The main card started at 6 p.m. at Thezone PPV with Berlanga's Sheeraz ring walks around 11 p.m. At Louis Armstrong Stadium, a tennis venue turned boxing arena, had crazy energy even if ticket sales were reportedly soft. Yes, some fans were out getting overpriced Queens hot dogs instead. That's it for Ring 3 Avengers. Sheeraz starched Berlanga, Shakur proved he might be the king of the ring, and the undercard kept us glued. Is Shakur the best? Hit the comments with your take and tell us who's next for him and Sheeraz. Like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell for more Athletic Avengers heat. Stay savage, and we'll catch you next time.